Hello, hello, hello. It's Nikki Manting on, oh my gosh, this is the third Sunday night in August. Summer's fleeting by, but we still have another month at least. We got two sets tonight. The first one will be up as soon as I stop blabbing, and the second one is Ramen on Sundays. So we're going to welcome up the Upside Down players.
Hey, so welcome to our show tonight. Tonight, we're going to be performing a form for you called the Weird Ass. It's not quite what it sounds like. It's actually a form invented by Stephanie Ware and Bob Dassey. And what it is we're going to tell a story in the form of two characters telling a story. And that is going to go ahead and inform some additional scenes. And then at some point, we're going to have additional characters tell a different story. They'll inform some scenes. So, no, without any further ado, we're going to bring you the Weird Ass. And our prompt for tonight is going to be Cruise, Cruise.
Oh, what is it? It was lovely, wasn't it? It was so beautiful when we went on the cruise, all right? Oh, it was.
Oh, it was lovely in the cruise. I loved it. I loved it.
I
Except I
loved it.
was. Do you remember? Do you remember the color of the water? It was green.
Oh, it was
Was
a
it
lovely.
blue?
Well, it was a little bit of both, I think. But do you remember when we went down sailing on the gondolas and it was so fine just going down there and they were singing, weren't they? Fickety-toola,
Oh,
pickety-toola,
Sole
dickety.
Mio! Oh, Sole
Right.
Mio! That's
Oh,
what they were
wasn't it
doing there. Yeah.
right? Oh, it was
And then I
grand.
got seasick.
What?
Remember, I got seasick in the gondola.
Oh, you got so seasick. You were thrown up, weren't you? Right and left. What?
Yeah, it was a time to remember.
It
Because
was.
it was we'd had the spaghetti the night before,
Oh, yes. I think it was the meatballs, I don't think they
Yeah,
were so grand.
I remember the meatballs,
I do
but I
too.
remember the gondola and the
Oh,
cruise.
what?
The cruise.
The cruise. Oh,
Cruise
yes.
on the
Right,
gondola.
right with the cruise with the gun. Right. And we were sleeping up there, right in the little porch, just right up there. Oh, are you jumping up and down now? Did you get
Well,
the
I'm just
tractor?
feeling the gondola, Remember we were on
Oh,
the gondola,
right,
feeling the
right.
gondola.
Oh, it stays with you, doesn't
Feeling
it then?
it.
You just get
Yeah, I was feeling that
keep
gondola.
rocking. Oh, I know,
Yeah.
no matter how far you go off in the past. But wasn't it
I
grand?
remember the time though that you kind of tried to beat the guy up because you wanted to be on the oars. Remember that?
Oh, I did. Me and
There
the
was a
oars were
wrestling
really
match.
right. Oh, me and the oars are so great, and he was singing that song, and I just had to sing with him. Right, and so I slapped
Yeah.
him around a little bit,
I know it's too bad you knocked him over though, over the
I did,
ocean,
but-
over in the lagoon. In the lagoon.
I know,
It was the
he went to
lagoon
the
of the lagoon. Yeah.
It was the lagoon. Oh God, it
Lagoon
was
of the lagoon.
the lagoon. Went. Oh, but
Oh,
it,
the lagoon. Up and down.
oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yes, you see, this is what happens when you're
Okay.
telling the story about the lagoon. He went in, and the little fishes got him. I think they were mackerel.
Oh, you're nibbling on it. That was some cruise. I
That's a
remember the cruise,
Oh,
yeah,
it
it was some cruise. Yeah,
was an
it
amazing
was
cruise,
pretty.
and I learned from it. Oh, tickly donda, tickly donda, tickly donda, tickly donda. Remember the song? I learned the song. Tickly donda, hickory donda, hickory dickly dot. Okay, maybe I didn't get all the words right, but it was still grand. Okay, let's go.
Is that the same cruise we were on? I think it was a lagoon cruise, right?
Right. Let's go have a little bit of the sherry, He left a little bit under the port.
Well, I'd hate to go spend another moment without the sherry.
I know. Let's go get it.
Let's cruise on into the parlor, shall we?
Okay, let's go.
Miss, I don't think I've ever seen anyone get seasick on car driver's exam before.
I'm a little nervous. And did have a burrito before. That's usually calms me down.
Oh gosh, well, gives a new meaning to parallel parking, I guess. Can you put it in gear and maybe we should go to a car wash?
That's oh.
Oh, oh.
Sorry, I'm just sorry. I'm a little jerky here, and it's getting it's.
Sometimes they say people get seasick because they can't see the horizon. Maybe you should roll down your window, stare out at that hillside, okay?
Should I stop the car or?
Yeah, please stop the car first. Stop the car first. Thank you. Oh my God. Whew. Wow. You had hot sauce with that burrito, huh?
Usually it doesn't affect me that way. I just I just do you have any water? Yeah, something.
Pull over up here. I think there's a drinking fountain on the sidewalk right there.
Okay.
Back out, John. So, Miss, I've never seen anyone get sick while writing their college exam testing. I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen that when someone's been writing their SATs.
This is very nerve-wracking. If I don't get into college, I'm gonna if I just
Yeah,
my whole family will. What's been saving up?
yeah. But
Can I?
this needs to get cleaned up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need another application. Could you?
Here's another application.
Thank you. Oh. You're asking for my SATs.
Yeah, and I also want you to go ahead and do these math calculations. It's really important.
Oh no. Can I use my cal?
No calculators.
Oh, well, I can't. Excuse me.
Tag out,
Don't
Jackie.
worry, it's only going to cost you a couple $100 each minute you're taking here.
I think I'm going to go to trade school. I'm going to become a cement mixer operator. I can't.
Tag out, Jackie. Look. You're a good employee, but here this is the cookie machine and you're barfing into the cookie dough. You're just supposed to be working the dough, not barfing into it.
Yeah.
I'm adding a little. I'm adding a little bit extra. It's just.
They don't want this. Is against health codes.
No one has to know.
No, I know, and I don't want to have to fire you. But
just give him a baker's dozen, an extra cookie. Give him an extra cookie. Baker's dozen. Give him an extra cookie. They'll appreciate.
You think we can bake this mess after you're barfing into it? Look. You're a good cookie maker. Just try not to be like barfing all the time.
No such thing as try. Either do or not do.
Oh, God, well, you're not doing. You gotta not do the barfing and do the cooking. Oh man. Jeez. The assembly line, look. It's
Wait,
faster.
taste it. Wait, taste it. It's
No,
delicious.
I'm not tasting that. Are you kidding? Oh my
Taste.
God. No.
Taste.
Gotta get faster. It's going. Oh my God, look, see? People are starting to come around. They're getting to notice that it's a problem. Oh God, look. Look. Here's what I suggest. Throw out this whole batch. Just walk away. Oh my God. They're getting nauseous just looking at your cookie batch. The other workers. How can I hide this? I can't
Cookies are
hide
my
this.
cookies are my life. They're my life. Don't.
I don't think you're gonna make it long. I think you're
All right.
gonna get fired. By me.
Scene. Scene. Boy, this sunset reminds me of that cross-country trip we took. Do you remember that?
It was just so wonderful when we did that.
Yeah.
I love seeing all of these sunsets while we were going down and driving around.
Yeah. We were crazy when gas was 50 cents a gallon, weren't we?
Oh yeah. I mean, we were on the road all the time. I mean, it would be like, oh well, it's a Tuesday night. Time to get going because
All
we're
the
done
time.
with work.
Right. You just said you would just. I mean, it was before phones. You would just stick your hand out the window, and I would be there in 30 seconds, and we'd be on the road.
Well, what else would we be doing? Come on.
We were.
And sometimes it
young
was
and
like, well,
crazy.
why bother going to work? Let's just take off. I'd throw the bikes on the back of the car and, we would just go down the freeway and just see where we ended up. Remember how we ended up in the mountains that one time and we had to go buy hiking shoes?
Remember the one time we didn't know where we were, and then we asked someone, and they said Mississippi, and we thought we were going to Montana.
I know. I remember that time I thought we were heading to California and somehow we ended up in Maine.
Yeah.
It was just like so crazy. I mean, it was like, okay, maybe we'll turn left, maybe we'll turn right. And neither of us felt like reading a map. Come on. Why should we follow directions from anyone?
If it hadn't been for Canadian customs, we'd be in the Arctic Circle by now.
And how about the Mexican customs? That one time I went ahead and thought we were going to cross the border.
Whoa, that's triggering. I'm sorry. I don't even want to think about that one.
It was a scary experience when they had that stop and thought we had some people in the back of the car.
Yes. And then we did. Remember, they went and had us open the trunk.
And there was no way we wanted them to see them. And we're like, yeah, no, not quite us. After all, we never did anything wrong.
Where did we find those people anyways?
Crossing the border.
Oh, that's right. They told us they could give us directions to this really cool beach.
Yeah, and they told us they had some good food and could make some good guacamole. It was really a cool thing.
That reminds me, I'm kind of starved. You want to go for a ride?
I am too. I think it's time to go grab some food.
Yeah, I'll meet you at the car.
Awesome. Let's get out of here.
Ma'am, this is White Castle, not the White House. I think you're in the wrong place.
You mean I'm not even going to see President Biden here?
Not unless he's feeling a little peckish and comes in, but no, this is.
But it says White Castle. Like the White House is kind of like a castle.
I'm sure in your mind it is, but it's very, very different, man. This is, we're in New Hampshire. We're not even anywhere near the White House.
Oh, I thought this was like his Camp David.
No, but if you're hungry, maybe you want to. We have some really great little hamburgers, little tiny hamburgers. If you like them with onion in it, you might want to order some if you take some.
That sounds great with a little bit of onion.
Yeah.
Now this is done by the White House chef, right?
The White Castle. I wouldn't call him a chef. I barely even call him a cook. I mean, he can flip a burger if persuaded, but no, but you get six of them, six of them, and you'll really enjoy them. Maybe when you're on your way to Washington, D.C. or wherever you think you're going, this would sustain you.
6 little ones, all for me, like a half a dozen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This sounds really, really good. I mean, and I can't believe you're serving it to me, a mere citizen. But are there any kind of laws built in with it, or any kind of information about how to pass the laws? Or
I mean, the only requirement here is that you clean up after yourself and throw your things away, and that would be nice. It would be helpful to us. I just no. This
is that the Constitution though?
we barely follow health code violate things here. I mean,
Tag
you know,
out Jude.
we
Tag
fairly-
out Jude. Wait a minute, you're telling me I drove all the way to Kansas and you ain't got no lobsters?
No, I think you really should check your GPS. This, first of all, this is a sheep farm. I don't know why you would even think there would be anything like a lobster here. I
You
was
got
shocked.
plenty of room. What'd you do with all the lobsters? You ate them all already, didn't you?
No. This is I'm a simple sheep farmer. A simple sheep farmer. Do not expect any lobsters here. Sheep. I got sheep. I'll even give you one. Anything to get you out of here. Just go that way. Go.
I
that
would be damned. I'm not moving anywhere because I've heard about you Kansas farmers. You hide your lobsters. You tell people you ain't got none, and it ain't right. I tell you, it ain't right.
You caught me. Yep, you did. I've got so many lobsters. Come this way. Just come into the barn here. That's
See,
where all of our
you gotta
lobsters.
stand up for yourself in this country. I tell you.
Yeah, just take.
Okay, all right, I'm coming.
Drive your car right into the barn. Yep. You can just
Oh, thank you.
up. Just
Now that's the Kansas sheep farmer hospitality I've heard about.
Hello, who's this?
Shh. Those people looking for lobsters.
Well, you found one. Who's this? Is he my dinner? I am getting hungry,
You know, the billboard is luring them in now. Yeah, we're gonna chop them up and throw them in to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Grind them fine this time, okay. You know, I'm kind of getting got a tummy ache from the fricassee the other night.
Do we have to
Mm.
boil it first? Do we have to drop it in the water?
She said, did you just get closer? Just get to know your
What
lobster.
did he say?
Nothing. Get really close to your lobster. Get to know, because you really want to. Yeah.
Damn, they's ugly, ain't they?
Mhm.
Boy, how do you eat something that ugly?
I think that's what the lobster is saying right now.
Yeah, my 8 little. Did somebody say something? Oh. Yeah. Well, you know, I just see you as being someone here in NASA who should know what they're doing and not be so confused all the time.
I know, I'm sorry. I got my degree, but it was in, I know they thought it was in physics, but just phys ed. Sorry.
Well, but you know, I really like you as a person. I want you to be able to work here. But I do need you to figure out how this spaceship's gonna follow this pathway. I mean, that's important.
It is important, and I'm trying to figure it out, boss. I really, and I appreciate the job. And you know, I don't know, I kind of threw a javelin to see, and I can throw some more, you know, to see what the trajectory might be, you know. I'm good at
Hey, that
javelin.
might work. So just tell them you're practicing, because I really do like you and want to make sure you stay in a job here. But you know, when my boss is coming through, we do need you to look competent.
Look competent. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't wear my
You just
boxing
tell
gloves,
them
you know.
that you're doing this because you're trying to figure out the trajectories. I mean, after
Trajectory.
all, that's a good way to fly a rocket is by throwing things. Come on.
Right,
I guess it's
right,
as
right,
good as
right.
anything.
Sure. Like that, right? Oh, you want the underhanded?
Oh, I caught it. Oh my gosh. You figured out how to get it to me so I could catch it. That was a really good thing. I mean, can we try that again?
Yeah. I'll do overhand again.
Oh,
Oh, crap.
well, no, that didn't quite work that time.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Researchers kind of are a little
Yeah,
tipsy
it
topsy.
was a
Okay.
little hard.
Sorry about that,
You
researcher.
know, we do have to get back to this work thing and how we're going to get this through and figure out, because I just can't have you looking confused here.
Right. I will look like as if I understand everything. E
Yeah.
equals MC squared, 4R, 3R, 7, 2,
Good,
4.
good, good. So you got it down. I'm glad you got it down. Okay. Right, right, right. And when he shows you these weird math equations, just tell him you got to figure it out.
Okay, I'll
So if he gives you like 1 + 1, you just say, I got to think about it and figure it out.
think about it. Well, what about this faucet here? Geez. Oh, crap.
This confusion really is an issue here. Say that you're doing that faucet in order to figure out the flow of water for when the rocket is descending. We just have to figure out the right terms here.
Okay, okay. No, I can do it. I really
Take out
can.
Jackie. Take out Jackie. Mom, so you're going to tell me about the birds and bees, about how sex.
Yes,
tell me how
I know
that-
exactly how sex works. There's creatures and they are, I don't know, they go and they walk along the water and then something happens and then they have babies.
that. You know, I'm so innocent, Mom. I don't really know much, but that doesn't look like the way it happens in the movies. Usually, there's music and candles, and I don't
Oh,
remember, you know.
yeah, there's, sorry, what? Music and candles and,
Candles, well, that doesn't. Creatures doesn't sound very biologically correct to me.
yeah. Well, I've been studying up on it, and I think it has to do with something about the birds, right? Because there's birds, and then they fly around, and then all of a sudden their wings get in, and then all of a sudden, pretty soon, you know, you're getting eggs for breakfast.
I thought birds and bees was just kind of like an expression. I don't think that's kind of, somebody kind of told me a little bit about it, and that doesn't sound like that.
You don't think that's it? They just fly around. You don't. Okay,
for more.
I got it. What?
I was just hoping, Mom, that you would, like, you know, give me like the correct terms and things so that, you know, I mean, I'm not planning on having sex for a long time, but
No,
in case.
right. But I gotta say, you know, even though I'll work on it and I have some ideas, but you know, I am a really good cook, and if you try these cookies, I have a feeling everything will make sense.
Hey there, Jude.
Well, how did you even make me? This is. Oh.
Yes, so welcome to the OBGYN office. I mean, how did you not know how you got pregnant? Didn't anyone ever tell you about how sex works and how to have babies?
No, my mother just told me something about creatures and things and birds and bees, and so I went into this botanical garden at some point, and it was during Halloween, so there was creatures in there, but I
So
didn't
you think that's how you got pregnant?
it could have been, you know how they do that. They make that. I mean, I'm 32. It seemed like about time to get pregnant, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's actually, it could have been this guy who was kind of dressed up like Dracula.
Yeah. Hey, we're the Upside Down Players. And individually we are
Gerald from Milford, Pennsylvania.
Holly from Atlanta.
John from Maine.
Jude outside Seattle.
and Jackie from the Detroit metro area. And collectively, we are the Upside Down Players, coached by Adam Colley. And I am asking you guys to stay right on because we have another group coming up, Ramon on Sundays.
Thank you, Jackie. Hey, listen, everybody, the festival's coming up the 3rd to the 9th of October in Ferry Beach, Maine, and we have some oceanside rooms still available. It's all inclusive. That's right. That's okay. You've got a cabin. All right. So anyway, join us. It's going to be so much fun. See you next week. They'll be back. Whoa! This is the second set, and there's Ramon on Sunday here. That's Ramon.
Yeah,
Sounds exotic. I heard about dry ramen today. My son Nicholas in Los Angeles says that they get dry ramen, which is ramen fixed but without the juice.
Yeah. He loves that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Anyway, I don't want to stop you all from having your beautiful improv together.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna fade off into nothingness, and I'll return when you've had a chance to charm anybody with the magic of your son going.
Okay, hey, we're coming to you from Orland,
Orland,
Maine.
Maine.
We are sitting in the front, right off Highway 1 in the front yard.
Route 1.
Oh yeah, U.S.
Route 1.
U.S. Route 1.
Historic U.S. Route 1.
Yeah, yeah. So we're right outside that, right on it, and in the front yard of an artist. She's fantastic.
She is.
It's called Pajarita
Flora.
Flora.
Mm.
It's up in Orland, Maine, which is just outside Bar Harbor and that whole area. So
Coast. It's called Mid Coast, Maine. I'm sure the
okay, the
Mainers are
Mid
like,
Coast.
duh.
Yeah.
Mid Coast. I learned that from a book.
We're not quite down east, as I understand it.
We're not. No, but there's a lot of down east.
Down east
things
stuff is
around
all
here.
around, so I
It's
know
a
we're
bit.
close to down
It's a bit of
east.
that.
But I don't know.
But we're Mid Coast.
We're mid coast, mid coastal.
We don't know.
Okay, we don't know. We just live in Maine.
We're living in Maine right
We
now.
have no
And currently in someone's front yard.
someone's front yard. Yeah,
That's it.
yep. And the reason we're in someone's front yard still, by the way, is so my parents got COVID.
The parents got COVID.
We were going to go down and spend some time with them.
Mhm.
This is like the second rendezvous along this journey that we've been on that has been sidetracked by COVID.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
might think that that's not a lot, but we don't make
don't
a
plan
lot
a
of
lot of
social
rendezvous.
rendezvous.
No,
And 2 of them have been sidetracked. By
2 out
COVID.
of probably 6,
Okay, yes, 6. Maybe 6.
maybe 6.
Maybe 5.
Okay, so we're going to do
Anyway.
improv though.
We're gonna do some.
Yeah, we're gonna do
improv. We're
improv,
ramen
though.
on Sunday.
Ramen
I'm
on Sunday.
Falky.
I'm Steve. So I'm going to use this app, this whatever this app is, and I'm going to hit this. So right now it says Father Go Great. We're not doing that.
No.
So I'm going to hit this,
mix
button,
it up. Mix it
and
up.
what does it
Mix
say?
it up.
Slink View Program.
Program.
Slink View Program.
Slink
Okay.
View Program.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Slink View Program.
Yeah. Or if I could reach over and turn the light off, we could have a.
When the lights come up,
And turn the camera off. Okay.
fuck.
What? 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 What?
Worm. Fuck worm. Worm virus. Worm.
What?
I think it's
shut
a
it
worm.
down. Just shut it down.
I know. I
Shut
didn't
it down.
No, what?
Shut it.
Control.
Worm virus.
I think so.
Is it a wait a minute. Isn't a worm a virus?
A worm is a virus. I mean, a worm is
Isn't
a
a
worm, but
worm
it's
is a
a
worm?
virus. But did you didn't see it? It was all over my screen. And,
That did that root.
oh my god!
Did that, okay. Important project, possibly ruined. In the past.
And in the future.
Well, it's in the past. We can recreate it. It's in the past.
I must have let my tunnel bear and my Avast go. You know, the subscriptions.
How do you not notice that?
I missed the new moon recently too. I don't know.
You've been off.
I'm distracted.
You've been off
I'm
lately.
distracted. Oh.
Charlene. You've been off. What's distracting you?
Meteor shower.
Meteor shower.
I've been thinking a lot
Nice.
about that.
Well, that's just a natural phenomenon that
Well, I know it's a natural phenomenon. It happens, every year, however often. But what if one of them? I don't know. I just keep thinking about one of them like shooting off from the rest and going off on its own and like hitting Earth instead of just shooting by. And instead of having a shooting
What are you
star, we
ta-
have like an extinction event.
an extinction event.
Yeah, like the dinosaurs, an extinction event.
That's what's making you off. That can't be. That cannot. That literally, if that is the reason, an extinction event.
Possible. It's possible.
A lot of things are possible, but is that what you're focused on? Does that truly give you? I'm gonna have to backtrack a little bit. I don't want to. It sounds absurd to me, but it's very real to you,
Thank you,
Charlene.
Albert. Thank you. Thank you. You could have just really completely blown me off just now.
I know.
And instead you just.
It was my first instinct to do that. Fortunately, the training that HR forces us to go to apparently works on some level. I became more, what do you call that?
Sensitive.
In tune, sensitive?
It was sensitivity training, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't keep track of what they send us to. So I became more sensitive to your, without actually being sensitive, I might say.
So you don't really feel sensitive.
I don't feel it.
I feel.
No, but I knew to do it. That's a suitable substitute. Anyway. What is there anything I do to help?
No, it's just.
I haven't seen any scientists coming out and saying there's going to be an extinction event.
They're not going to know.
From the Perseids or however you say it.
They're not going to know. I mean, the disaster movies where they show people knowing, they're not going to know.
What do you mean they're not going to know?
It's just going to come out of nowhere.
The extinction event is just going to happen.
It's going to come out of. Do you think the dinosaurs knew? The dinosaurs didn't.
Well, the dinosaurs didn't have computers and scientists and stuff.
No, that's just extra padding. I'm not going to know. It's just going to happen. We're going to be out there watching, or I am, out on my balcony, watching the meteors, thinking falling star, making a wish, and then extinction event.
Does it happen like that? I mean, let's say that it does. One of them does break off and hit you. Is that just immediate extinction, or does it just knock the Earth off course and then 3 years later?
Well, I mean, if it could hit me, it could.
It hit you, but that's your death, not extinction event.
That's my extinction, and in my mind, it's like a crater, and then the whole world dies.
But that's no. So
I don't know, Albert. I don't know. All I know is it's been on my mind. Now I have a worm in my computer. My project is dead. I know. And you're being sensitive. And what does that say? That says that things are changing. And what the hell? What kind of world is this? It doesn't stay the same.
What kind of world is it that doesn't stay the same? What kind of world does stay the same? Okay. If we look at like historically, we can point to things that happen and then just keep happening. So in that regard, like people don't respect science. They've never respected science. I'm not saying you don't respect science. It just the first thing that popped into my head was talking about extinction event. It's like people have never respected science. not everybody, but I mean,
Not-
there's a certain, you know, and it's because science is always changing,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And that's
yeah.
their claim, that science is always changing, and of course it is, because as you get more knowledge, then you figure more things out, and you find out that stuff you figured out before ain't, you know, isn't really true, but this is more likely true.
Yeah. Right.
Science is all about
Change.
probabilities, right? It's not about absolutes. There's certain things we assume are absolutes, but who knows, maybe those will change.
I prefer that they don't.
But people throughout the ages have acted the same way. So in that, you know, you're right. It's weird that things are changing. But at the same time,
You're saying that change is normal, that everything's changing.
yeah, just
That's
because
what you
I become more sensitive because I went to sensitivity training, that doesn't signal it.
brings catastrophe.
No.
It could though.
Well,
The
anything
meteor
could.
shower is happening right now. You become sensitive. I get a worm. You know, I mean, it's just the signs.
How do you even get the worm? How do you even get the worm? That computer does not connect to the internet.
I don't know how I get a worm. I just know that the thing went and I was like, it's a worm. It's a worm virus. It's a worm. They must have hacked through the not internet, through the
That
feather world or whatever they call it
Okay.
nowadays. I don't even
doesn't
know.
matter. It's just something that popped into my head.
I hear you.
We got to get you back on your game. I can't run this company without you.
I know.
You're the brains. You're the art. You're the artist.
I'm
I
the
mean,
creative
the
genius.
creative genius. That's. I know you don't like to be called artist.
Right. Artists are flighty. And
No. But you got you write the
have the
things that
juice.
make things happen,
Oh,
and I market the things that make things happen.
you
So
are so good at that.
I'm real good at it, but I don't know. I don't know.
You know how they say that sometimes we get stuck on the bigger things
The bigger thing.
when it's really a small, like a thing that's closer to home.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
don't know.
Don't. No.
Sometimes you get stuck on the bigger things when really it's the thing closer to home.
Yeah, like maybe it's not an extinction event and a meteor shower.
Yeah.
And it's not even signs of universal change that I got a virus and you got
Right.
sensitivity training. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm just off. Maybe I'm just off because I'm discontent.
You're discontented.
Discontent.
Discontented, right? You suffer from discontent.
I feel discontent. Yeah.
Okay, you feel some
See, I would think that I feel discontented.
Is there a discontentment?
I think there's discontentedness.
Okay.
I'm discontent.
So you're discontented.
I'm discontent.
You're not happy.
I am unhappy AF. I'm so unhappy.
Okay. That I can't. I mean, essentially, I'm in charge of your happiness.
Yeah.
So.
Here.
Yeah. That's my job, to keep you happy and productive and rolling. And even if you come up with extinction events and you get worms on the computer, that just adds to, you know, the mystique that makes people love your writing. And I mean, there's a certain level of discontentment, discontentedness.
I think it's discontentedness.
There's a certain level of that I can allow through, obviously, because you need that to continue to people relate well to discontented
Yes.
too. So it's good to have that.
I don't know.
But I
Really think that
if it's affecting your work negatively,
it's affecting
your production
my channel.
negatively. There,
you
your
know,
channel.
My channel.
That's it, your
is-
channel. So
is
it's affecting your
negatively
production.
impacted.
And we have the worm-ridden book due next. Well, within the next 10 days or so.
It's due on September 12th.
September 12th.
So a little longer.
That's about 3 weeks.
Yeah. I
Or is it
just
4 weeks? No, it's 3.
it's
No,
3
3.5.
weeks.
About 3.5 weeks.
Today's the 20th.
20th, so 30th is 11 days left in August. And then the
I don't
12th,
think I
so that's
want to write
23.
anymore.
What?
Oh, Albert, I didn't mean to throw it out there quite like that. It just came out. I just
Like when
meteor. What?
when Pittman Publishing signed you and assigned me to you,
Yeah. Yeah.
you signed a 10-year contract.
I know I did. I was real passionate at that moment.
That was only 2 years ago.
I was so passionate 2 years ago. I had the channel. The channel was open.
Okay.
I
This
don't
is what
wanna-
I'm here for. Okay.
I don't want to be creating problems.
Well, you're an artist. You create problems. It's by nature. That's why they assign everybody has.
You're like a handler.
They call us handlers, but we're not. We're advisors, as you know.
Yeah.
They do call us handlers.
It makes me feel like either a spy or
Right, like burn notice. Oh, he was after burn notice. He was already burned. Burn notice.
burn notice.
Yeah. So he wasn't a spy anymore.
No.
But anyway, previous to the show, like they had a prequel. Is it prequel or prequel?
I say prequel.
I always want to say prequel.
Well, you hyper pronounce things.
I hyper pronounce things.
You do. You hyper pronounce things like that. Pronounce things. Whereas I allow things to just sort of flutter around.
If they did a prequel to Burn Notice, then Jeffrey Donovan's character would be a spy.
And he would have had a handler.
And he would have had a handler. Yeah.
Right. So either I'm a spy.
You're not a spy.
Or I'm an attack dog.
No, you're not a spy. Or you're an artist who needs guidance. So that's what I'm here for. Bounty. So right now, what have we determined? You think you have a worm.
I'm certain that's what I mean. What else explains it?
Okay.
There's a squiggle on the program.
Okay, well that might not be doing any damage to your computer.
Okay. So I think
A lot of times those are planted to make you call a number, and then they get into your computer and steal stuff.
So it's a hack. That's a hack. That's like a hack.
Well, any kind of stuff, any kind of stuff that goes on there is a hack.
Oh.
Yeah, you got hacked. That's right. If you even saw that, if that was even that. I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe you, but it's yet to be, we have to see. It could have been just something weird that Word did, I don't even know
Okay.
why we use Word.
I don't even know why we use Word. I liked WordPerfect a lot better.
Oh, WordPerfect was so cool. I had
So
WordStar
nice.
back in the day. Did you
I
ever
think
have
I tried
WordStar?
WordStar
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
I
tell.
actually used WordStar more than WordPerfect because I could afford WordStar. Couldn't afford WordPerfect.
Oh, you had to buy. Oh.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not a software thief.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, advising,
Okay.
handling. I'm discontentedness.
So we have, okay, so just to look at where we are, we have a book due that we're going to have to possibly rewrite,
Oh,
but we don't know. We don't know yet. So, but it's
September 12th.
September 12th,
Mm,
3 weeks
mm,
and 2 days,
mm,
I think we determined.
mm,
And you,
discontent.
yeah, it wasn't finished, right? The book wasn't finished.
No.
No,
No.
because the last time I saw it, it was like 150 out of
Yes.
325 pages.
About
So.
that, yeah. 150. I might have deleted some.
You might have deleted some.
I didn't really like the way the last couple 50 or
You don't
75
have to
pages were
like it.
going.
You don't have to like it. There's nothing in your contract that says you have to like what you write. You just have to write what sells. People want to buy your stuff. They're waiting for the next one. You're kind of a big deal.
But if it's not, it just wasn't, it's not.
It's not, it
Like
wasn't.
the channel just, it's like what was written wasn't channeled, and so it felt very stodgy, and so I
I
just sort of
read what was written. It was brilliant. Why?
it didn't feel right.
I understand. We're our own worst critics. I get that.
Well, I wasn't criticizing me. I mean, I wasn't self-criticizing. I was just the writing that didn't feel.
It didn't
right.
feel
So
right. It didn't feel right. Even though you wrote it, it just didn't feel
just
right.
Felt, you know, the part where Gabe and Mortimer come together, that part.
Yeah,
right
where they had the swords.
Where they had the sword.
That was a stunning. And Mortimer's was a wooden sword. Gabe was a full metal sword.
Yes, yes. And there was that build. It was like build, build, and we got. And I was like,
that was brilliant. It was. I was on the edge of my seat reading that, and I'm literally never on the edge of my seat reading anything. I had such high hopes for this book. Are you saying you took that out? That was some of the best stuff you've written.
But I was just thinking that, like, Gabe wouldn't go at Mortimer with a metal sword.
No, I know.
When Mortimer had a wood sword, that would not happen. Gabe loved Mortimer. I mean, he hadn't said so. It doesn't say that, but he does. I just know that there's like a love there, and it wasn't showing. And I was just like, well, fuck it. Delete.
Okay.
Delete. Delete.
No, look.
Albert, I'm sorry.
Charlene, this isn't your fault. I've been through this with, you had a bestseller right out of the gate. That's tough for a young writer because now you feel like I gotta do better than the last one.
I gotta hold on to the truth though, too. I gotta do better. Hold on to the truth. You're saying it doesn't matter if I like it, but if I don't like it, then what am I putting it out there for?
Well, because you've got a contract that says you have a book due on September 12th. That's why if you didn't want to make money in this business, you didn't have to sign the contract or take the big money from Pittman Publishing.
I was inspired and excited 2 years ago.
Well, of course you were.
Pittman is so big.
Yes, it's huge,
so
international.
Big. And I just I wish I'd had a handler then, because the handler might have said, chill, baby, chill.
I thought maybe Dad would have done that, but he didn't.
My dad You go do you, honey. You do whatever you want to do, honey.
Well, that's nice, supportive dad, but
He's super supportive. He's not very good at advice.
okay. So you know, eventually we're gonna have to open up this computer to see what's going on with it.
Worm virus.
It's probably not a worm virus. It really is probably not. It's probably that little thing that's been going around, a little jokey thing. Remember, HR told us about that.
Yeah, right after sensitivity training.
Yeah.
Why don't you write the book?
Why don't I write?
You write the book. You
I-
like Gabe and Mortimer.
I like Gabe. Yeah, of course, they're great. They're the most real characters you've ever written. I mean, Mortimer is like an older guy who's sort of past his prime, but not quite. Still knows he has a lot left to give to the world, but he didn't really appreciate himself in his previous career as an executive. Fortune 500. Which company was it? GE?
Yeah, he was GE.
So he didn't
GE.
appreciate all that. He wanted to be more at one with the universe and the world. So he gets out and into nature. And then Gabe, he happens upon Gabe, who's his next door neighbor, you know, I mean, 7-8 miles away, you know, but
See?
they find this oneness because Gabe has always been part of nature and Mortimer is trying to become part of nature.
See? You get it. You get them. And you even got the whole sword duel thing,
I
how
know.
that happened. I didn't get it. I don't get it. That's why I deleted it. You got it.
I don't know, I'd have to have a lot of help for you to write it for sure. I mean, I've always wanted to be a writer. Obviously, that's why I put myself in this job so I could
You put yourself in
maybe
a shadow career. You
a shadow
That's
career.
what Julia Cameron calls it. It's a shadow career. You're an artist. You know you're an artist, but your baby artist was pummeled when you were little, as pummeled, and you were told you can't be an artist and succeed, and you should go into business, and you know, blah blah blah. And you grew up to be a handler,
Yeah,
living art adjacent,
yeah,
writing adjacent.
yeah, yeah.
You write the book. I'll make the comment.
Xander was aggressive there.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
There was you're paying attention, dude. So that's Xander in the background, guys. Thank you, Xander. Yay, Tarek. Thank you. Oh dang, he says it. We're hearing voices. We're hearing voices, guys. Thank you. Thank you, lovely Ramen on Sunday, Stephen Falke.
Thank you, Nikki. And Xander, who nobody can hear.
That was sneaky. I had no idea that you couldn't hear him. I think that's the first time that he sort of tricked me into that. Okay. Well, listen, guys, they will be back in 1 month, right? And they'll have more on their adventures in Maine. I'm sure we're going to hear some other amazing stuff. And I'll be back next week, and we'll just see you then. Same time, same station. Bye.